and they include a new dry leisure facility within the stadium complex, a new visitor centre and cafe located in Perry Park, new physical activity installations and external play facilities in the park, and the delivery of new pathways and cycle routes around the park. And the council is working very closely with Birmingham City University and other future tenants on the offering for both elite and community sports provision in the stadium complex. Just to reassure everybody, because I know some people will have this on their mind, this report secures and safeguards the future of Walsall Road allotments. I don't want anybody to be any doubts about that. The full business case is attached at Appendix 1. And of course, the successful hosting of the 2022 Commonwealth Games has provided a worldwide platform for Birmingham to showcase the whole of the city, and in particular the area of Perry Bar, and has provided a catalyst for the regeneration of that part of North Birmingham. The proposals in the report draw on the results of consultations with key stakeholders and the wider public, and those consultations will continue through the planning process. What we're looking to achieve here is increasing physical activity participation, improved community engagement with facilities in the park, the widening use of the site by residents and visitors, and the provision of an increased sports offer for the local community. And of course, we are determined to maintain the stadium's position as the UK's premier elite athletic stadium. In my view, it is the best athletic stadium in the country. I'm happy to take any questions or comments on this. John?
Thank you, Tommy. Obviously, having had a successful Commonwealth Games, the stadium needs to move forward, and the plans to move forward the stadium in Perry Park are important. I should say that the first I knew about this as a ward councillor was when the cabinet papers arrived on my desk, so I had no inkling from any local sources, any council officers, that this was being put together as a proposal. Which is fine as far as cabinet is concerned. It means I can't talk in detail about any of the proposals in here. I'm not sure what underlies any of the headings and what's in there. I'm hopefully will, as ward councillors, and I've usually found out in due course. I will raise two throughout the parish fund issues which arise out of the legacy and the restoration of the park and the stadium. Because I think the anxiety in the local community is that the more that is spent, the more the green spaces in the park get eroded. And that's not just about now, that's about the historical development of the stadium. So the two key issues which need to be addressed. One is the restoration of the children's playground in the park, which was taken out for the parking area. Now, according to this, the time scale for doing that is 23-24. And there was talk of much improved play facilities, which would be terrific. But the issue is that because when you're a young child, 12 months is a very long time. These will be now that for about 2 years to have any play facilities in the park. So I hope that could be brought forward and some kind of decent play facility could be restored quite soon. Secondly, is ensuring that green space access to the main residential estate close to the park, the Teachers' Estate, because that's what's been eroded by development over the years. And again, this comes down to what's described as master plan in this document. But if the trend of recent years and what's been done currently continues, so it would be very difficult to let green space access to that estate. It would be counterproductive towards everything that's wanting to be done. If you want people to be able to have that nice canal there, you want people to be able to cross that canal, see green spaces, see facilities, and have the chance to exercise and enjoy open air in many different ways. There's a broader thing about this report which is quite interesting, and I think we're starting to see it reflected in other reports today, and that's Appendix 1 of Appendix 1. It's the analysis of people of influence in terms of this thing. And I found that quite disturbing. People in the community looked at it and found it quite disturbing. It describes all councillors as people of high interest and high influence. At the moment, I think all councillors feel of high interest but not high influence. But it also describes community groups like the Friends of Perry Park as people of high interest but low influence. That's very, very disappointing because council will be working closely with community groups groups. And getting a friends group in that park has been a really, really important move forward in recent years to support any activity and development there. So I think if we're going to see these analyses, which is possibly helpful to have them out there and publicly transparently, I think we then need to start asking questions about how the council does relate to the community groups and the people for whom they're trying to provide facilities.
Thanks very much, Robert. If some of that, because I had perhaps naively hoped that after the success of the Commonwealth Games, the investment of over £700 million in Perry Bar, that the member for Perry Bar might take a more positive view of a further £21.5 million being invested in the stadium in the ward that he represents. Sadly, that's not been the case. The green space issue that you raised, John, I've always taken the view that parks are about people, so there's a balance here because there's not much value in having green space if nobody uses it. So investing into Perry Park in order to ensure that more people use the park is surely the right thing to do. But Dave, could I just bring you in? You're online in this meeting. Could I bring you in, Dave? Could you start off by addressing this issue about the engagement of ward councillors, the disappointment that Councillor Hunter's expressed about councillors being described as high influence and of high interest, and if you could pick up this issue around the children's playground, please.
Yeah, certainly, Leader. Thank you for bringing me in. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Absolutely. If I could just pick up the play park issue first and the children's play area. We have committed within our planning conditions and approval to replace and enhance the children's play park. However, it's absolutely critical that we put it in the right place within the park and it fits within the overall design of the park as we move forward. We have consulted on a regular basis with the Friends of Perry Park on this matter and will continue to do so that as we work through the design for the park that absolutely maximises the opportunity for local residents to use it in the future, that will be in the right position and put in place. We will do everything we can to bring that forward and make sure that when that design is settled and confirmed, that the children's play area is one of the first activities that is reinvested and put back into the park. I can also pick up the access point. There are no plans currently at all to prevent any of the current accesses into the park area. So the residents at the top northern area coming from the local community, and that access into the park will be maintained at all times, and hopefully accesses at the top from the canal will also be enhanced and improved, joining in and connecting the cycle, the running and the walking loops that we envisage to incorporate within the park's design. So I can confirm that. I'd also like to say that throughout the process of delivering the stadium, and with respect, consultation and engagement has been at the forefront of the project team that I have led in terms of making sure that residents, community organisations, partners and local ward councillors have been consulted on the process that we have taken. They have been invited to regular consultation and engagement sessions monthly throughout the process. The outline business case, which the full business case follows on from, we sat with ward councillors and took them through that outline business case back in 2020, and then have consulted on the plans for the park and the enhancements to the stadium since that date. I think it absolutely is perhaps an oversight and unfortunate that we have put the Friends of Park in that table as low influence. They clearly are not. The Friends of Perry Park are significant to us. we are trying to work with them on a regular basis to enhance the joined up nature and the vision that the stadium and park becomes a destination, not just for international sporting events, but for the local community and all its users. And a number of the elements within this full business case have been highlighted directly through the conversations with the Friends of Perry Park.
Thanks very much, Dave. John, you want to come back?
Yeah, prior to the games, there was monthly consultation. Since the games, there's been nothing. It's actually almost 3 months ago. This is my point. So we don't know what underlies this, whether there's been changes in the proposals. And prior to the games, there was nothing concrete. We were discussing the concepts around the future. We've seen various master plans for the park. That's the issue. As I said at the outset, I don't know what underlies some of these headings. I hope they're good, and I hope it works out very well. But at the moment, ward councils and the Friends of Perry Park and community organisations don't know what underlies these proposals.
Well, I don't agree with that, John. I think Dave Wagner's set out